The NOFX band had its album Heavy Petting Zoo released on vinyl in 1996. It was then re-released on colored vinyl in 2009 with a hot pink color, which had 300 copies, and was then repressed again in 2014 on both blue and red, of which there is 800 copies. Now if you take this album and slam it against the wall as hard as you can, you will see that there
NOFX time is here. You're probably asking yourself, why is this guy saying NOFX time is here? Let me take you back through the years, back to where I used to work about 10 years ago. There I was working in the office, and there was a young lad in the call centre who'd often see me wearing NOFX t-shirts, and he'd always pronounce it as NOFX because he didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And also reminiscing back to those years, back to where I used to work once before when I was a young peepon. Back then, there was also a young lady that I worked with, and she'd often be pondering, who's this NOFX this Richard's always talking about or wearing t-shirts of? And in the end she said to me, oh, they can't be very good. I haven't heard of them. What a strange way of thinking. Anyhow, back to this album. Let's take a look at it. Now, it's not, as you can see here, it's the Rude album. What a bloody rude design. Can you see that? It's flipping rude.
The Rude album.
I wouldn't want to talk about this with my mother. Do you know what I mean? Okay, let's take a further look at the obverse here. In the back there's a stable, or maybe a barn, I don't know the difference. Some sheep on the ground, and another sheep on the ground.
The Rude album.
The name of the album, Eating Lamb, or if you're to believe the silly spine, Heavy Petting Zoo, as per its digital and CD and tape name. Yes, popularly known as Heavy Petting Zoo. Let's take a look at the reverse to see what it looks like, because I'm bloody fed up with this rude front cover.
The Rude album.
It's the same chap from the front who looks a little bit like the wrestler Steve Corino. And here he is eating a lamb dinner. And here on the wall you can see there's a little picture of the artwork of the previous NOFX album. Very good. It also marks the second reverse of a NOFX cover to show a dinner time with somebody sitting at a table eating. How hilarious. So this album has 13 tracks, I think, which after Punk and Droblic's like 17 tracks. It feels a little bit stingy, do you know what I mean? But it's not, because the track quality is high. The track quality is very high. So let's take a look inside to have a little sniff of the flipping record. Oh my god! It was inside all along, and also there's an insert which is slightly different from the CD insert, because the CD insert is a booklet. So here, representing each page from the CD booklet, there's one, there's another, for example, there's different pages. Some of them are a little bit rude.
the Rude album.
And again, I wouldn't want to show them to my mother. She'd probably give birth to a bad banana if I showed her one of these. And here's the rest of the pictures. There's not really song words on here, there's just little notes about them. Just little notes. Oh, there is song words represented on the pictures. The pictures had the song words. The words are simply notes. And now on to the record. If I may, if I flippin' may. Oh, it's a lovely pink. It's a fleshy pink, which I believe is to represent meat. Delicious uncooked meat. Look at this. It's a gorgeous colour. Look at this. Gorgeous colour. So here we have, this is track side 1, which is called side 1, not side 8, side 1. So it's tracks 1 through to 7, and on side 2, tracks 1 through to 6, which total, as I previously said, if you weren't listening, if your heads were in the clouds, if you buried your head in the ground, if you were thinking about other things, like maybe what your dad looked like when he was at it, or different things like that. Anyway, it's 13 tracks on the whole. So as you can see this, look at this colour. It's lovely. It's got little patches in it, a little bit of marbling in there. Yeah, it's not completely flat, sort of meaty pink. It's got little patches in it. So let's take a further listen with my ears to test them out. I usually test them out daily, simply by going through life, by listening to people, listening to sounds, the screech of traffic in the streets, the screams of people in the distance as they're being attacked by mobsters, things like that. Anyhow, I'm going to test my ears once again by listening to the album to see if it bloomin' stinks. The memories come flooding back of when I listened to this previously. What a marvellous album. I'm just going to switch it over to side 2 to see what that flipping sounds like. Oh, now that's an easy swivel. The swivelies here is almost no resistance. Resistance 0, it just swivels. I apply a little pressure and it turns. None of that, oh, it's difficult to turn. No, this one just turns easy. So for you people who want to listen to both sides of a record, maybe you're a bit strange and you don't like to just listen to the same side over and over and over because you're lazy. If you're one of these people who do listen to both sides of a record, or like to look at both sides, it's very easy. Swivelies, the swivel difficulty of this is a 0. It's a 0. So let's listen to side 2 to see if it's as consistently good as the first side, which was good. A great side of the record, a truly great side. Fantastic, what a great album. Yeah, this is a really good album from the glory days of NOFX, before they started being not quite so good anymore. Yeah, do you get me? Before they started being a little bit jaded, before they started resting on their laurels. Yeah, before you'd see them signing their books and singing about themselves all the time. This album, there's probably 0 songs of them singing about themselves, and 13 songs which are kind of a little bit ambiguous, a bit vague, kind of make you ponder, make you think. And there's some deep songs on here, real good, some real clever songs like Filthy Phil. Yeah, some real neat songs on here. So let's enjoy the record, let's appreciate it, let's listen to it a little bit more. If you haven't heard it for a while, go and listen to it again. Take yourself back to 1995 or whenever and enjoy it. So if I had to give this rating out of many, how would I score it out of many? I'd give it a fresh and flash and foggy 7 out of many. It's a decent album. If I could only take one NOFX album on a special cruise to the Bahamas to see where Jaws 4 was filmed, if I could only take one record or album with me, would I take this one? Nah. If I could take 2 albums though, if I could take 2 NOFX albums with me to the set of Jaws 4 on a prolonged cruise to listen to on my journey, would I take this one out of my 2? No. But if I could take 5 albums with me, if I could choose 5 NOFX albums to take with me on a prolonged cruise to the Bahamas to see where Jaws 4 was filmed, would I pick this one? Yes, it'd be in my top 5. You digging? You understanding what I'm saying? Good, good, good. Okay, good day to you. I hope you've enjoyed my thorough investigation into this very important record here, which was initially released on just black record back in the 90s, but then got a traditional repress in the late 2000s by Epitaph Records when they started doing their many represses. Really great, but the very first repress was this meaty colour. Pleased to meet you, you might say. Great. Good night, sod.
Thank you ever so much for watching my very good video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Very Good channel and come back next week for another very good video. A video to watch. Now, it's a good video.